We have got some controversy going on with the casting of the new Black Panther. So from what I understand, they met with, is it Damson Idris? And they have also met with, is it Aaron Pierre? Okay, so it's going to be on the screen. Okay, it's going to be right down. Now, from what I understand, the controversy that's going on right now, black people already know. Black people already know. Like, we don't even need to, yeah. However, what's going on is that there's a controversy that he's too light. He's too light-skinned to play Black Panther. Now, before I jump on this and give you my opinion, explain a couple of things. For I understand, there's pushback, or there's like, oh, well, what do you mean type of talk, where it's like, well, there's a lot of black people out there that have no problem with the race swapping of these characters. However, you do have a problem with somebody black being cast as Black Panther, but you're saying that they're too light. So what gives? What's the issue here? For those of you that don't understand the difference between a couple of different things, because they do blend together. They're very closely related. But you'll typically have racism. People talk about racism way more than when they talk about what's going on right now, which is colorism. Okay? Now, with racism, typically you have one particular race or several particular races that think they're better than other races because those races aren't their race. And they treat them bad, and they do bad things to them, and they systematically do things to them too, on many levels, okay? With colorism, it's typically confined and discussed between that one particular race. And I've seen white people actually do this. And I've seen black people do this. And I got a Filipino friend that was talking to me, telling me about it within his culture. It's all over the place. In India, it's all over the place. Colorism is wild. Typically with colorism, the lighter you are, the better you are. However, one thing that goes on is that if I want to put in particular talk about black culture, you can get kudos for being dark-skinned. You can get kudos for being light-skinned. You can get kudos for being brown-skinned. It depends on the situation. And that would take a much longer video to explain. Black people know what I'm talking about right now. I remember a girl telling me years ago, I don't date brown-skinned dudes like you. Why? I don't understand. Like, I told her, I said, I never heard that one before. I said, usually y'all either want the light-skinned dude, or y'all want the dark-skinned dude, or you don't want the dark-skinned dude, but y'all always want the light-skinned dude. What the? I've never heard this. What's wrong with brown-skinned black men? Cause y'all all on yourselves. I was like, what? So, I'd never heard that before. Never heard it before. So, colorism is deeply rooted within racism. It's a separate version of it amongst the people themselves. I've seen my Filipino friend, as a matter of fact. Now, if you've seen Filipinos, many of them are, as dark as me. Some are as light as like Manny Pacquiao. He lived in Hawaii, and his mother told him to stop going out in the sun because he was going to get too dark. And he's like, Mom, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, you see that? I experienced colorism. My first girlfriend was a light-skinned black girl, and their family all tended to look like Christopher Williams. You know what I'm saying? They all look like they were related to Christopher Williams. If you don't know who Christopher Williams is, look him up. Don't wake me, I'm dreaming. Girl, don't wake me. Anyway, they had a problem with this. Oh, my hair wasn't as corn silky as theirs, and this and that. You see what I'm saying? But I digress on this. Okay. No, I won't. I've seen white people talk about this too. Some, I got some white friends. I remember one white friend telling me, he was like, I like them really pale and milky. I like that. You get some white dudes like Hulk Hogan that tan themselves to be as dark as me. So I don't understand how Hulk Hogan could have been racist like that, considering he liked to be black all the time. And he's part Italian. It's like a lot of Italians have African blood. So it's like, I don't get it, Hulk. I don't get it. But, back in the day, they used to stay out of the sun because they wanted to keep their pale, they wanted to keep their pale skin. Because all the commoners, all the people that worked in the fields and everything, they were all tan. So if you were tan, it showed that you weren't high class because the high class stayed out of the sun. So they kept their pale look. See this whole video turning into something else, right? At the end of the day, I want my character, the actor cast to play the character that I'm watching. I want it to be as close to the comic book as possible. Okay? I've never seen, now maybe there is some issue, but I've never seen Black Panther look like Will Smith. I've seen Black Panther look more like, Chadwick Boseman. You know what I mean? So he tends to be brown to dark skin every time I've seen him in the comic books. So it is going to throw people off to cast a light-skinned black dude. Okay? Just think if Henry Cavill was cast as Superman, but he was as dark as Hulk Hogan. But he tanned as dark as Hulk Hogan. Don't tell me that wouldn't throw white folks off. Come on now. That'll throw the whole fandom off. Like, wait. I mean, he looks like Superman, but he's a little too dark to be Superman. You're not being racist. And it's not even colorism. It's just you want the character to be as close to the character as possible. And a light-skinned black dude doesn't say Black Panther. It doesn't. And for you to go from Chadwick to possibly casting Pierre, it doesn't make sense. And the only way you could possibly get away with it, and people would be still irritated with it, is if you just say, well, he's from an alternate universe. But that's still going to irritate people. Okay? This is a pickle. Okay? It's a pretty pickle we're in here. And I don't know who's going to get cast. I personally, if I only had to choose the two, well, Idris is getting cast. He looks the most like Black Panther or like Chadwick Boseman. Now, there's other dudes. The dude that played Hawkman in Black Adam, I prefer for Black Panther over Idris. Okay? Something about him is more, it looks more alpha to me than Idris. But they're both dark skinned. They both fit the Black Panther look. So that's how I feel about the situation. When y'all get a chance, do your studying on colorism. It is definitely real. Okay, specifically in the black culture, I'm in the middle. I'm in that middle plane with how colorism goes. You know, I mean, black people had the brown paper bag rule. Don't bring them home if they ain't the color of a brown paper bag. That was the racism seeping into us, and it became the colorism. Oh, you were better if you were lighter. It makes absolutely no sense. And you'll hear black people talk about this, especially in the 80s. Like, light skin, woo, ruled the 80s. That's all you saw. I highly doubt Prince would have been as popular as he was if he was Wesley Snipes' color. I doubt it. I think he might have still been popular because Prince was highly talented. Highly talented. Top tier. But I just feel like, I just know my culture. I know my people. If he looked the absolute same, but was Wesley Snipes' color, I don't think, you know what I'm saying? And when Wesley Snipes became, he did New Jack City, he started a whole movement with dark-skinned dudes, with women being highly attracted to dark-skinned men. And finally, dark-skinned men that, they weren't being made fun of for being dark-skinned anymore. They were being, coveted. People wanted to be, or wanted a dark-skinned man. Women wanted a dark-skinned man, So, and I liked that when that happened, because I had friends that was made fun of all their life because they were dark-skinned. Even dudes I didn't know. All type of jokes. All type of jokes. I mean, with kind of like vitriol, it was with venom in it, it's bad, and in black culture, if you're too dark, if you're really dark, something's wrong with that. You know what I mean? And listen, it's not all of us that are like this, but some will be like, oh, they'll make African jokes about you, like being African is a bad thing. It's not, So, but the dark skinnedness would get them jokes. You're too dark. Then if you're light, a lot of times you get preferential treatment, but also you were looked at as not as black. And this is the reason why you see a lot of black couples. One's really light, like yellow, and one is brown to dark. And it's my personal belief that it in some cases, not all, that the light-skinned person is seeking to be more considered more black by dating someone darker. And the darker person may be seeking to get preferential treatment by dating the light-skinned person. I've had a few psychology classes. I think there's something in there with that. You know what I'm saying? But there's different variables and reasons for it, but I believe that's definitely one of them. Definitely colorism. So post your comments down below. Let me know what you think. If I got to pick, it's Idris, period, point blank. This dude's already playing Green Lantern, and I would have picked somebody different to play Green Lantern in the first place. I wouldn't have picked him to play Green Lantern. I would have had more of a younger Denzel looking dude play Jon Stewart, because Jon Stewart's been portrayed as a brown skinned dude. Like I said, I'm a fan that wants to get as close as possible to what the character really looks like. So, you saw the guy that Zack Snyder picked for Jon Stewart, right? I think that's a better pick. I do. So, yeah. Wild, wild, wild. It is what it is. 10 million subscribers.